This really is our opportunity and our moment to make a difference in this city.
I would just say to the people of Detroit, this is a new day. You can't let history handcuff you in a way that prevents folk from breaking new paths.
My mother raised my brother and I as a single parent, and she's always told me to take all the opportunities I am offered and be the best I can.
When I graduate from high school, I want to attend a college with a really solid business program because I want to be an entrepreneur.
When I grow up, I want to be a sports medical doctor.
Veterinarian.
A criminal justice lawyer.
A structural engineer.
Pediatric surgeon.
Mechanical engineer.
Editor.
Entrepreneur.
Architect.
I understand that these kids really want an opportunity for a quality education. I was blessed with that opportunity at Detroit Southwestern.
We will never give up because no child in Detroit, nor anywhere for that matter, deserves to grow up in a place where adults have closed the door on their futures or in a place where there is no love.
Detroit is a great city that's really coming back really strong, and we're so glad to be here. Let's hear it for Detroit. Yes!
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Woo!
I met Rose Skillman only once at a social gathering. I think it was the summer of 1962. She was a very caring person, very interested in children and the arts. She came from a Jewish background. Bob Skillman came from a Christian Science background. She was a golfer. She was a member of the well-known Oakland County or Bloomfield Hills golf clubs and played golf regularly. And I think that they still have some record of this at the club, that they named a trophy after her. Her husband, Bob Skillman, he got involved with 3M. He brought to the company wet and dry sandpaper, which was used in the Fisher body. And it was the product that really propelled 3M in the automotive business. The executives at 3M were very philanthropic, and the three of them, McKnight, Bush, and Skillman, all formed foundations probably around the same period of time, and those foundations flourish today. Rose Skillman, I think, was a pretty determined person. I heard the story a number of times that Bob Skillman told her never to sell the 3M stock. She had the stock custodied with a major local bank who were always trying to get her to sell the stock and invest it in a diversified portfolio. But she didn't. When she passed away in 1983, her estate was 3M stock. It wasn't diversified, and it had done quite well.
Behind me there's a photo of a little girl, and this photo was actually taken in one of our neighborhoods, our 6 targeted neighborhoods. And we sent a photographer out who just basically did some pictures of the community to give us a sense of how children lived. And this baby really was on the streets by herself with no adult there. And I keep this picture in my office as a reminder that even when parents don't care and adults don't care, communities must care. And that really is the fundamental principle behind all of the foundation's work.
I think about how on February 1st, 1960, 4 students from North Carolina A&T sat down at a lunch counter and demanded to be served. And here we are, 50 years later, 4 students from Detroit sit down at a lunch counter where they're welcome and can't read the menu. We have got to say, this absolutely cannot continue.
It's time for children's interests to take center stage. The ground is shifting beneath us, whether we like it or not. Our focus is on students. Every school should provide a quality education.
In this school, academically, they do push you to do better. Every day they make everything just a little bit harder.
I feel like I'm ready to take on the world. I love art. I haven't had art since 4th grade. I absolutely love art. I always wanted it, but they never had it in my old school.
The Skillman approach, I think, is exactly the right approach. It is really trying to target neighborhoods, to really center their work around the assets in that community and developing leadership.
The significant thing about the Skillman Foundation is that they believe in using innovative strategy to bring about the best results for our youth and families. Once we work with our youth, we empower our city.
We're gonna have large wins. We're gonna be transformational. We are gonna make history in the city of Detroit. And we are gonna do it for our kids.
I want to be a lot of things. People say I'm not going to be able to. I said I want to be a psychiatrist, an author, an actor, a photographer, a singer-songwriter. I want to do so much. And they said, you're not going to be able to do all of that. I said, I'm going to try. And I am going to try, because that's what I want to do.
I feel like whatever challenge there is, I have to do it. And there is no turning back at all.
I've been growing up without my parents. I lost them when I was of younger age, and I've been growing up with my grandparents, mainly my grandma. Ever since then, it's been hard not having my parents. I've had a strong support system through my grandmother. She's like my mom and my dad, even though she can never take their place. She knows that, but she supports me through everything. I really love her and appreciate her for that.
I think if we transported Rose Skillman to this era, if you will, I think she'd be very proud of what the Foundation's doing.